Hey guys! So Maya's video really got me thinking about women in film, and where she covered the behind-the-scenes aspects of things, I was thinking about talking about characterization. I will warn you guys, I've been a little bit of an raging squid of anger lately. Might not seem like it right now, I'm a little better, but I'm just going to be really careful here because the subject does often get me a little bit worked up. Which is weird because generally speaking I try to be a person who believes that, we're doing things for a reason, but when it comes to female characterization in cinema and television, sometimes it gets a bit stupid. So it feels like sometimes you don't see a lot of directors that care about having a strong female lead. Generally speaking, you have your strong male lead, and then you have the love interest, or you have a rom-com where you have, the female lead, but the focus seems to be on getting a man more than anything else. Now there are some notable exceptions to this rule, Joss Whedon being one of them, which is a small reason of why I love all of his work. In his world, it seems like a lot of the strong female characters tend to be literally strong female characters. In Firefly you have River, in Dollhouse you have Echo, and in Buffy the Vampire Slayer you have, Buffy. But there are other ways that a woman can be strong. So recently I started watching House of Cards. I feel like that is one of the few shows that I've watched where you have a strong female lead that is a genuinely all-around strong person. Claire Underwood, the wife of the main character, she is the head of a nonprofit organization that works on getting water worldwide to poor impoverished nations, and which I find to be a really admirable cause, but she doesn't go about it in the way that you typically see a female head of a charitable organization going about it. Generally speaking, those are very kind, nice people who just kind of hope that things get done, and they run to the best of their ability and they make do with what they have, which is a great way to do things, but it's also really hard. Claire Underwood is not that woman. She will go out there and she will get things done, and often at the expense of what seems like the right thing to do. It's kind of hard to like her sometimes, but she is determined to do what she wants and do it her way, which I think is kind of the definition of a strong woman. She loves her husband, she loves her job, but she also has complications in those things, and she deals with them in a very human way. Which is why when I saw the Vanity Fair cover last month, I got a little more than pissed. The cover reads, "Robin Wright, defrosting House of Cards Ice Queen." This is where the squid of anger is coming from. So because she is a female, getting things done, she is seen as an ice queen. When her husband, Frank Underwood, who is a US Senator, is getting done what he needs to get done in almost an identical manner, well, that's just a man getting things done. And I find that really frustrating, especially because I tend to find myself surrounded with people who are very thoughtful and tend to be good with the whole equality business. I guess I kind of live my life in a little bit of a bubble because I don't encounter a lot of that sexism in my day-to-day life. So when I see things like that, especially from a publication like Vanity Fair, which generally speaking isn't quite as sensationalist in their titles and headings as other magazines are, I get a little angry. This is a woman to be admired, in my opinion. It is very hard because a lot of times what you'll see in film is the sitcom wife who is overbearing and angry and taking care of a completely incompetent husband, which I think is also an unfair representation of men. Or you have these overly emotional women, and nobody really is complex. It just tends to come across as, very simplistic. And we do this with men too. I think that under-characterization is the greatest sin you can make in a film. So I think when we have a character that is genuinely well-written and genuinely well-rounded and could actually be a person doing what they're doing, and then we just chalk it up to, well, she's a bitch. I guess every once in a while we need to be reminded that while we've come a really long way in a very short period of time, we still have a little bit to go. I do feel like there are a lot of great writers out there doing a lot of really great things and making complex characters and making them awesome in the way that that character is being awesome. And I hope we continue to do that. So, and before I go, I am looking to do a video about marriage in the future. I was thinking about it a little bit before, and then I saw Amy's video. If anybody has any questions about being a young adult that is married, either specific questions about mine or questions about my philosophies in general, please put them in my pants. I'll be working on a video in the future, so that would be great. And I'll see you guys all next week.